Well, it was a lot of fun talking with John Lynch. I mean, talk about a guy who belongs in the Hall of Fame. What a great player, what a great guy. Well, for the past 5 years, the national liberal media, you're not going to believe this, has been treating President Obama as Obama-Messiah. Well, things are changing. Some of those in the national liberal media are taking off their Obama rose-colored glasses. Listen to New York Times executive editor and Obama acolyte Jill Abramson, who said this yesterday, quote, "Journalism about sensitive national security issues is effectively being criminalized, and a real freeze is setting in to what had been, up to this point, a healthy discourse between sources and journalists," end quote. This after the Times Abramson told Al Jazeera America earlier this month that Obama's White House is the most secretive White House she's ever covered. Now, I don't know what has gotten into Abramson, but she's clearly in the midst of some kind of conversion. Maybe she picked up a copy of Upheaval and took to heart some of what I said about the national media failing the American public. Listen to this excerpt from Upheaval, the audiobook. Most of our national media are no longer working in their traditional role as watchdogs over our vast, powerful federal government. The national media are performing basically more as lapdogs than watchdogs. Many of the country's leading political journalists are, in fact, co-conspirators with this administration and the political left. So maybe Abramson has simply realized that Americans are simply fed up with our media watchdogs acting like little pink poodle lapdogs for Mr. Obama. Take this survey from public policy polling that asked respondents to name the most trusted news organizations. In first place, Fox News. 35% of Americans say they trust Fox more than any other news organization. In last place, MSNBC and NBC News, that just yesterday was forced to apologize for accusing conservatives of hating biracial families. At some point, the mainstream liberal media has to awaken to the lies that the Obama administration and Democrats have fed us along a broad line of issues. It's taken a long time, but even the Pied Piper of the liberal left young, none other than Jon Stewart, couldn't hide his shock and revulsion at Democrat Nancy Pelosi being unable to answer a simple, direct question about the failed rollout of Obamacare.